I got game on the beat.
I'm not one of these new niggas. Don't make me lose my cool. I know them ever keep a tool with me. See, y'all be flexing, y'all ain't cool with me. These capping niggas, they the new women. But now these fuckers got a new agenda, and they very fluent with it. See, I just call them fuckers new pretenders. And I don't get it why they really tripping. Like they don't get the mission. The problem is they don't pay attention. But yet they still pointing fingers. And in the end they need you. I throw up the middle one and let it linger. See, they be really thinking, get rid of those inner demons. But I got some tough receivers, bitch, call me Willie Beeman. The hate be coming every season. We know that Blake the reason. I make it hard for them to take it easy. They know I see them creeping. Don't let me catch you reaching, cause you gon' catch a beat. And that's a bet you best believe. And chick, if you don't mean me good, then it's best you leave. Cause what I'm focused on is working on a better me. So don't be sweating me, don't fuck up my recipe. See, I know your plan, you gon' try to get the best of me. If you were smart, you wouldn't mess with me. Cause only God got the master key, you know that God backing me. So many frauds coming after me, cause that's the place they have to be. Cause I'm the leader of this track meet. Let's go.
Mami. Te ves bien hoy. No, en serio. Pero siempre lo haces. Tú amas cuando hablo así. ¿Así? En esta lengua. Escúchame. Puedo decirte un chica mala. Date la vuelta, pon el arco en tu espalda. Me encanta cómo lo mueves, así te veo, así te veo. Puedo decirte un chica mala. Date la vuelta, pon el arco en tu espalda. Me encanta cómo lo mueves, así te veo, así te veo. In other words, I can tell she a bad girl. Told her turn around and arch your back. Baby, it's your world, I love that shit. Love how you moving that. What you gon' do with all that? So entiendo. I'm just trying to see though. I'm not YJ. My alter ego name is Rico. This is straight shot, no placebo. Ay, ay, ay. Tenía pintar blanco en tus piecitos. Eres una estrella. Déjame serte luna. Marihuana ella fuma. Ven conmigo, baby, así, así. Just tell her run it back before I leave. Puedo decirte un chica mala. Date la vuelta, pon el arco en tu espalda. Me encanta cómo lo mueves, así te veo, así te veo. Puedo decirte un chica mala. Date la vuelta, pon el arco en tu espalda. Me encanta cómo lo mueves, así te veo, así te veo. Eso fue increíble. ¿En serio? No, claro que sí. Now ride out. Ahora cabalga. Now ride out.
Yo. In here, man. Good with it, boss.
Man, I'm coolin', man. I like that little vibe there, man. What's good with you, fam?
Nothing much, man. Same old thing with me. Same old thing. Back with another week on one time. Coming live from Dallas, Texas, and Brunswick, Georgia.
You know.
Home of the crab, man. Look, you gotta upload that shit, man. That you sent me. I thought you was gonna upload that shit on YouTube or something, man. You gotta put that shit out there, man. You got that crab fishing and shit.
Yeah, you know what? I don't be thinking like that, but you're right. I think I will upload that shit. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a short.
And the goddamn Gators tried to get me, man.
Right. So yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that life. I don't know about that life.
Beautiful, man.
I'm not. That's what one thing I will say about it, man. Even when it comes to fishing, I don't think I could do the fishing on the boat, but like how you was out in front of the lake or wherever you was at, I could do that. Like if I'm on land, I can do that. But getting out on the boat and just being there for hours and out, like I don't know if I could do that one.
Yeah, I don't know if I could either. Now if you want to catch a gang of crabs, you would probably rather be on a boat in the water picking up traps. You know what I'm saying, because you can reach a lot of different areas where crabs may be at. But when you're on land and you're throwing your basket in a certain area, I mean you can catch crabs, but on the boat, dropping a trap here, dropping a trap here, drive a little further, drop a trap here. Oh, you're gonna come back with some goddamn crabs. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Difference in lifestyle, definitely. I know, Kansas City, it's people in Kansas City with like myself who've never even seen a beach with their bare eyes type shit. So
poor thing. Poor thing. Man, y'all don't know what y'all missing, man. Y'all don't know what y'all missing. Hey, that saltwater life is a beautiful life, man. I can't picture myself living away from the coast. I just can't do it, bro. I can't. Gotta be I gotta be to the water so I can get my fresh seafood.
You sound like my old lady, man. Every vacation chance she gets, she want to go to the beach. She want to go be by the water, the water, the water. That's all I hear about, man. So I get it. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. We're going to go ahead and crank things up, man. Before we do that, you know what we got to do. So let's get it.
One time, let me pop my shit, man. Big talk. They done got me pissed off. This $40 bottle ain't no crystal. I ain't turned up in a minute, back to business, about to lift off. Bitch, I'm talking big talk. They done got me pissed off. This $40 bottle ain't no crystal. I ain't turned up in a minute, back to business, about to lift off. Bitch, I'm talking big talk.
Big Talk, episode 35, man.
Yeah,
we're gonna start. Oh yeah, 35. We here with it, man. Tell you the truth, it should.
Huh?
So, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying we got a jam-packed show. We almost had to eliminate some things, because the world, or should I say life, has been lifing for a lot of people in the world. And we're here to talk about it. And, if it ain't big business, we ain't talking about it at all. You feel me?
Yeah.
But shout out to Marley 13 in the building, D Love in the building. And for those who haven't commented, said anything, don't make me be like Hurricane Chris on your ass now. Hurricane say, you walk in somebody's goddamn house, you speak, nigga. Hey, that's real shit. That's how we was raised down in the South. You walk in any goddamn place, if somebody was there before you, you speak, nigga.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So where you want to kick this thing off at? We want to talk about the elephant in the room. There's a few of them actually.
Yeah. We can wherever you going, man, I'm there with you, bro. It is what it is. We're gonna chop it up.
So we're gonna kick it off right here. We was in Texas, but now we over here in Georgia, and we're gonna kick it off like this because I don't think there's no way to stop this shit from happening. It's just what it is. We're gonna talk about these Georgia shootings, man. So let's crank it up.
And here's what we know so far. It happened this afternoon at a high school in Barrow County. It's about 40 miles northeast of Atlanta. 2 students and 2 teachers were killed. 9 others are in the hospital. The gunman is identified as a 14-year-old student.
And Eyewitness News reporter Jory Rand joining us live from the newsroom with a look at how this unfolded and reaction from rattled students who feared for their lives. Jory.
Colleen, David, it's a situation children should never find themselves in. Our national shame strikes again. More children slaughtered at their own school. A gun in the hands of a child pulling the trigger. 4 people were killed this time. It likely would have been more, but 2 police officers stationed at that school got the young shooter to surrender.
I was scared I was going to die, to be honest. I was just scared out of my mind. I was like, what is happening?
These students from Appalachia High School in Georgia experiencing what thousands of American children have experienced before them, the terror of becoming victims of a school shooting.
Then I hear the gunshots, and then everyone ducks behind the desk, and the teacher is like flipping tables and stuff and barricading the door. When I heard hard lockdown, I knew it wasn't a drill. I immediately texted my dad, and I was just like, I don't know if this is a drill. I'm really scared. And I just kept my feet up and I prayed.
A 14-year-old boy, a student at Appalachia, walked into school this morning with a gun and opened fire. 2 students and 2 teachers were killed. 9 others were shot. Authorities now investigating what the shooter's motive was and how he got access to a gun.
My heart hurts for these kids. My heart hurts for our community. But I want to make it very clear that hate will not prevail in this county.
Parents who were alerted to the shooting raced to the school, many abandoning their cars on the side of the road and running to campus.
They're telling us to run because they didn't get all the shooters. They didn't get all the shooters.
It's unreal and it's unbelievable, and I'm so sorry to the families that this affected.
I said, son, please tell me you're joking. He said, no, mom, I'm not joking. He said they shooting in the school, and the shooter is right across the hall from me.
You saw that photo in the piece. It looked like a rifle, but we still don't officially know what type of gun was used in this shooting or why this shooter decided to go on the rampage today. President Biden was briefed on this shooting, and both Vice President Harris and former President Donald Trump speaking out today about the lives lost.
Man, this shit seems like it happened every damn year, man. And just think about it. I know I spoke on it briefly before I played the videos. Like, how can you stop something like this? How? I mean, you can
it ain't really no.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, it ain't really no way. It's just to answer the question, it's really no way. You can talk all the gun violence you want. Gun control, that's what I mean to say. Gun control, you can talk about all we want, but yeah, sadly enough, man, I don't,
Yeah, I mean, I think they are doing, and one thing I did hear in this story was they actually just created one of the protective measures by giving the teachers this little necklace with this little button on it where they can press whenever there is an active shooter in the school. That still doesn't stop the shooter. Of course, we know there can be metal detectors installed in school that can prevent the guns from getting inside the school. Of course, that will delay a lot of things in school. When the kids arrive, they got to go through this, which is crazy that you have to do that. But I think any protective measure that can save a kid's life, I don't think a parent's going to argue with that.
Oh yeah, all the measures. They like how you mentioned the clicker. I think they said, what was it, like a week or two before the shooting, they had just implemented this at this school. So, and that's one of them things where if you think about it, when it comes to Columbine, if they would have had that, then would it have been what it was if they would have had that back then. So this could have maybe, like you talk about precautionary measures and things, this right here could have easily, just that one thing, having that clicker could have saved a lot of lives. And I think it did, because, it's just communication. That's what it is. I mean, even at my job, we got what is like a little radio type thing, and There's a certain code. You click it 5 times, and it sends it to everybody on the campus, which alerts everybody as to code, this code, different colors, and we all know the colors and what they mean. It might be just someone fell and bust their head open in the lobby or something, but just with them different clicks and then that communication within people who are at a facility, that can be life saving.
Absolutely, and it's just like the guy on the news stated that they were grateful because of the two, I guess, there are school officers that was there who got him to surrender. Because I mean, let's think about it. If they would have had to wait for law enforcement to get there,
right?
You never know. It could have been a lot more kids and teachers that could have lost their lives. So the fact that they actually have those, and I guess they're officers. I'm not sure. I know that.
Well, it depends. It depends. Sometimes they contracted security companies who are armed, and then there's the off-duty police officer. Like we got, it's always one off-duty police officer at all times of business, and simply having that, even when it comes to alerting police, they can get them boys over there quicker than a 911 call. Where you gotta, what address are you at? What address? Soon as he call it in, boom, they coming. So
and I think with the little necklace with the little button on it, when they press it, I guess the first person to press it, it sends the alert out, but it also tells them exactly where they're located, which I think is great as well. So for those, I don't know if those officers that's actually on campus, on the school grounds, actually can see that. I would hope so they know exactly where to respond to. And my assumption is they do, because they got there and they shut it down real quick. But, the thing that stood out to me was the young lady who was in the classroom where he was originally trying to get back into, because he went to the bathroom at first. He was coming back, and I guess the door is automatically locked. So he had to knock on the door to get back in. And when she went to go answer the door, she seen the gun in his hand and she immediately backed up. You know what I'm saying? Which saved that whole classroom life, because he probably would have started right there. So salute to that young lady who thought about it. It was like, wait, he got a gun in his damn hand. So it's a lot of things that played a very important part on a lot of lives that were saved.
And when you go into, like, when it comes to, they always ask this question. Every single time they ask this question, how did he get the gun? It's like, stop kids from getting guns. Like, that's one thing. Like, you got the parents there. So, okay, how did they get it from the parent? And is the parent liable? And I think you got a video that kind of pertains to that when it comes to the father, in which, we seen something that we don't see all the time. We always talk about these cases where these kids doing crazy shit. Where the parents at type shit. So.
Right. So let's go ahead and take a listen. It is 19 minutes. We're not gonna watch the whole thing. We're gonna watch some key points that they point out about the father of Colt Gray, and his father has been arrested and he has been charged with several charges. Not as strong as his sons, but he has been charged. So let's take a look. Listen.
And allowing him to possess a weapon.
A teen and his father are both behind bars after the country's latest school shooting left 2 students and 2 teachers dead. It happened about an hour outside of Atlanta in Winder, Georgia. The 14-year-old alleged shooter made his first appearance in court, accused of using an assault rifle to target his classmates and teachers. We have the latest information from police reports, court records, and witnesses. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Elizabeth Milner, in for Jesse Weber. 14-year-old Colt Gray appeared in court in person on Friday to hear the charges against him, 4 counts of felony.
Make sure you subscribe to Law and Crime. They do a great job putting out these stories, and I just want y'all to make sure that this is where this is coming from, Law and Crime. So salute to Law and Crime. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Murder.
If you have any questions about these charges, then I would urge you to discuss those with your attorney. I would invite you, Mr. Harmon, to inform the court as to whether there's a request for bond at this time.
At this time, Your Honor, there is not a request for bond. We will file the appropriate motions if that becomes necessary.
All right. An indictment by the grand jury for most felony offenses or accusations. Well, you have the right to receive an indictment for these offenses. And I assume Mr. Brad Smith is here on behalf of the DA's office, or he is our district attorney. And he's accompanied by Ms. Patricia Brooks, who is his chief assistant. A preliminary hearing, you'll have the right also to a preliminary hearing, unless you.
Now, I'm gonna just try to skim through this part so we can get to the part that we're actually looking for, which is the father. So let me skim through this real quick. Here we go.
As the judge read the
Ready to be an e-commerce.
Yeah, Marley, we're gonna definitely talk about that, because the copycat threats and all of that, man, it was running rampant after this happened, and that's a whole nother topic. But we're gonna talk about it.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna talk about that.
Could face if he's convicted.
I'm first going to ask you just a few questions, and then I'm going to advise you of your rights and also let you know about a preliminary hearing that's been scheduled for you. Why don't you just state your name, please? All right, pull the microphone down, please. There you go. All right, and how old are you, Mr. Gray?
54.
And are you able to read and write and understand the English language without any difficulty?
Yes, sir.
How far did you go in school?
11th grade GED.
Okay. All right. So the following aren't questions that I'm going to ask. I'm just informing you of some things. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you at further hearings or at a trial on the charges that you're facing. For this hearing, you're not going to be questioned about facts and circumstances surrounding your charges. You are currently charged with, and you'll be provided with copies of the warrants if you don't already have them. You're currently charged with 2 counts of felony murder in the second degree. You're charged with 4 counts of felony involuntary manslaughter. You're charged with 8 counts of felony cruelty to children in the second degree. Now, for these offenses, for the felony.
What? See, I don't know the full details, but just him reading them off, and you can continue. That was just a
no, because that's really what I wanted the people to hear is just what he's being charged with. That's really all I wanted them to hear, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't know the charges, but there's some who do know. And I'm pretty sure you got questions on why he was charged with what he was charged with. Am I assuming correctly?
Yeah, because I think I'm not really, I'm not outraged at anything. I mean, we don't know, I don't know the details behind it, but 8 counts of involuntary. What did he? Matter of fact, run it back, maybe, man, so I can get a grasp, because I'm trying to digest each one and figure out why at the same time. Let me get a second read on that.
All right, let's see what we have here.
Or at a trial on the charges that you're facing. For this hearing, you're not going to be questioned about facts. 2 counts of felony murder in the second degree. You're charged with 4 counts.
2 counts of felony murder in the second degree.
Yeah.
2 counts of second degree murder, and he's just reading off the charges. I'm assuming this isn't. They haven't been to actual court. This is like a hearing type of thing, right? Where he's telling them the charges that they're bringing forward.
Right. These are the charges they're charging him with.
Right. Okay. So 2 counts felony murder in the second degree. I'm trying to figure out how that can be when he wasn't there, or was he there? Like, was he there with him doing it?
I tell you what, watch. Let's share this tab right here real quick. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
It might be small, but let me highlight this real quick. Right here. A person commits the offense of murder in the second degree when in the commission of cruelty to children in the second degree, he or she causes the death of another human being, irrespective of malice. The fact that he was the one who gave this kid the gun, for one, that's cruelty to kids. He should not be placing the gun in a fucking minor hand.
Okay.
And then the minor ended up killing someone else with that gun that he gave to him.
Right. Okay. So I understand now. I'm glad you brought that up so quick, because, yeah, in the commission of cruelty to children in the second degree. So, yeah, that includes him giving it. So it's like, yeah, you give your child a gun, and the kid was how old?
14.
14, right.
Now, one thing I didn't understand, because it actually says here as well, and it could be because of his age, a person convicted of the offense of murder shall be punished by death, by imprisonment for life, without parole, or imprisonment for life. So they actually waived the death penalty on this kid. I don't know why.
Right. That goes into something that I actually looked into when it comes to charging kids. And actually, you can't, if you're under to start off, every state has a different age that they go by, but every state has an age where a child cannot be treated with lethal injection, or what do they call it? Something punishment. Fuck, it's right on the tip of my tongue, but where they can't have the death penalty when it comes to children under a certain age. You can't give a 14-year-old death penalty. Like it don't work like that.
Is that do you think that's a part of morals? Because let's think about it. If they're gonna charge him as an adult, which that's what they're doing, if you're going to charge someone as an adult, then an adult who actually committed this crime, the capital punishment as far as the death penalty is on the table, but you took it off because he's 14.
Right. And that's how the law.
That's crazy.
Right. Well, that's how the law set it up. I'm looking now, court discretion. The judge usually decides whether to try a child as an adult. When making this decision, the judge may consider the juvenile's age, criminal history. Where did I read that at? But yeah, capital punishment. That was the term I was speaking of. But I think that's an actual federal thing when it comes to capital punishment. I don't think in any of the 50 states you can actually charge, or there can actually be somebody who's saying, okay, we gonna do some capital punishment on this 14-year-old. Like, that just doesn't happen.
And I get it, but I guess there's an exception to every part of the law, because we done talked about several cases when we talked about Noah Bush, we talked about Baby K. Right. He got 25 years for attempted murder. And then you got Noah Bush, those guys who killed him, those little kids who killed him, they got 2 years. So now we're talking about this 14-year-old kid who killed 4 people. And I think me and you talked about this backstage a few days ago on why it's different. Of course, you go by his history. Then you also go by the crime that was committed. This crime was crazy. He killed 4 people. So I understand why they charging him as an adult. But as an adult, if an adult committed this crime, they would be able to leave the death sentence on the table. But with him being 14, they took it off.
So it said, go ahead.
No, I was just speaking to Miss T.
Oh, what's good, Miss T? Miss T done stepped through the back door. What's good? It says Supreme Court ruling in 2005, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that death penalty is unconstitutional for people who are under the age of 18 that when they committed the crime. The court's decision was based on adolescent brain science. And you know what? I talk about the psychology behind these teens, man, and I show the age that the brain is developed. That's something we definitely spoke about when we talk about this topic. People who been over here know we've talked about this before in the past, but you learn something every day. But so yeah, they're basically saying the court's decision to make this decision is based off the adolescent brain science when it comes to adolescents. 14-year-old brain not being developed enough to make the best decisions at the time. And I would think as well that it probably has something to do with, basically a kid, I'm
going back to those 11 and 12-year-olds who killed Noah Bush, what you're saying now makes sense. And I didn't know that was actually a part of the details of the law when it comes to convicting a minor. I didn't know they broke it down like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we was wondering, like, okay, they killed Noah Bush. They admitted to it. They drowned him. You know what I'm saying? We were thinking the fact that Baby K crime was on camera is why he got 25 years and didn't even know damn about
it. Right. So there's all these little nuances to each little case. There's all these little nuances, and the law has all of these different stipulations. And then to go even further with that, each state has sort of different laws when it comes to the actual age of majority. In most states, children under 16 are not tried in adult courts. However, some states allow minors as young as 10, 12, or 13 to be tried as adults. So that's a state time, and that's just going back to what they're charged with.
Right. Now, I just want to read this comment because I want a little better understanding of what you mean, D-Love. She said, if that's the case, YJ, then you can be 25 years old and not get executed. The only way I can see that happening is if you were a person with Down syndrome or someone that's just not mentally capable of making sound decisions. Then I would agree with you 100%.
Right, and where the crime happened, of course, because some states don't even allow capital punishment. So Georgia, I'm pretty sure Georgia does do some capital punishment down in that motherfucker, because a lot of these southern states, they not fucking around when it comes to the law, and they like, look,
better believe it.
But some of the things that they do look at when they do charge an adult, or not charge a teen with an adult charge and put them in there for that adult time period. What do they say? It comes down to the juvenile's age for one, criminal history, and the nature of the offense. So those are the three things when it comes to the court's discretion. It says the judge usually decides whether to try a child as an adult. When making this decision, the judge may consider the juvenile's age, criminal history, and nature of the offense. And when I hear criminal history, in this case, he's 14 years old and he's tried as an adult. So I'm assuming that there was something, or was it just the nature of the offense? But I don't know.
Well, he did have a situation where law enforcement was called to his home. I want to say it was back in 2023 or could have been 2022. I can't remember the exact year, but it was a threat made, and they just didn't have enough evidence to say he actually did it. So this was actually the second time that something similar happened in this household. And the crazy thing that I just heard a few days ago was the fact that his mom, and they trying to keep this like not true, or we can't confirm this, but the mom, I think the auntie said the mom called the school and warned them, or at least said, go check on my son. I'm assuming he wasn't in the right state of mind. I don't know.
Right.
Contacted her, said some weird shit to her, and she was like, you know what, let me call the school. But obviously that happened if we're going by what the auntie said.
Right.
But, they're trying to leave that shit out.
Yeah, and I think the reason why, and I remember that video that you sent me, they said that that's what the auntie said, but the people who reported it, I can't remember if it was Fox Now or who it was, but they basically said something to the fact of the sheriff's department couldn't confirm or deny that the auntie actually, that was her actually, like they don't have her at that time point. Now it might be different now, but at that point in time, the sheriff's department did not confirm or deny that the auntie, that was actually the case. So, but I don't know why she would lie about that. Like, why would you lie about it?
The truth is going to come out, so I don't think they're going to call and make up some bullshit when they know that didn't happen. So I think once the research that they have to perform and find out, okay, when to call, let's check our phone calls, let's check the call logs, and let's see who called at this time. If you say she called at, let's say 9:22, I'm just making up a number, let's check the time frame. If that call came in, they're going to be able to listen to the call. And then what's going to happen from that point, they're going to be like, okay, why was nothing done at that point? Or was there something done at that point? You feel what I'm saying?
Right. I did want to touch on, Miss T, we're going to touch on that in a second. Because I got some sort of not a disagreement, but I got something for that. But what Marley 13 said, and actually, let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to share my screen. It's only just a 60-second video. Talks about the threats that they got and the outpour of threats coming from other people, other schools. The day after this happened, the craziness, and this is a short I put up on the Bank channel. But just the copycat mindset of this generation, man. Like, wasn't nobody doing no threats or it wasn't getting reported, but I don't know. But listening to this, I'm like, what? This many threats the day after? It's just that copycat mindset. All right, listen, this is Georgia we talking about.
In the past 48 hours, Gwinnett County alone, the system says it has investigated about 300 social media threats. In Gwinnett County, one county over from the tragic school shooting in Barrow County, 2 teens face charges. in two separate cases. Thursday at Meadow Creek High, a student is accused of making threats against the school on social media.
He admitted that he did it because he wanted to avoid going to school.
At Archer High, a student is alleged to have texted her boyfriend that there was an active shooter situation here. That was a lie.
That student was criminally charged with terroristic.
So you got a girl, a teen girl, text her boyfriend that there's an active shooter. The boyfriend tells somebody at the school, and this is the result of you being on fuck shit. Teen girl, whoever, teen girl X, whoever this is that did this to her boyfriend, because he went and told it. He said, I'm going to run and tell that. And look what happened to her.
Threats and is also facing discipline consequences within the school.
A 17-year-old from Flowery.
So she's actually charged criminally. They charge her criminally for that. I wish I could run these shorts back.
A Tempe Wells Fargo.
In the past 48 hours, Gwinnett County alone, the school system says it has investigated about 300 social media threats. In Gwinnett County, one county over from the tragic school shooting in Barrow County, two teens face charges in two separate cases. Thursday at Meadow Creek High, a student is accused of making threats against the school on social media.
He admitted that he did it because he wanted to avoid going to school.
At Archer High, a student is alleged to have texted her boyfriend that there was an active shooter situation here. That was a lie.
That student was criminally charged with terroristic threats and is also facing discipline consequences within the school.
A 17-year-old from Flowery Branch, Jamin Justice, and a 13-year-old are similarly charged in Hall County in separate cases. Justice is accused of threatening Cherokee Bluff High. The 13-year-old is accused of doing the same at Johnson High and South Hall Middle School. Friday morning in Cartersville, the school system was put on a soft lock. In the past 48 hours,
so yeah, man.
So
shit, wow.
The way I see it, because we actually had the same situation right here in Brunswick, where the threats came in here, and it happened all over the state of Georgia. And when I seen it on Facebook, I called my baby mama immediately, like, "Hey, what's going on up at the school?" And she sent me what the school sent her, because they have this little app where if there's something serious going on in the school, they'll actually send it to all the parents who are a part of this, I guess, community that they've created. And I was like, "Hey, do we need to go get her?" And then it came back that there was no real threat. It came out to be exactly what it was. Kids bullshitting around, and I got angry. I was like, I feel like whoever, I don't care if it's a bunch of people, all of them need to be charged to let them be the example of this type of punishment you're going to get for playing with people's lives, man. I don't give a fuck who get mad at what I say, because we got a city who just went through a situation where there's 2 adults and 2 kids who lost their damn life, and y'all want to fucking play like that, man? Yeah, I don't care how old you is. Lock your ass up. Quit playing.
Right.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. So when it comes to like the case where they said at Archer High School, where the girlfriend sent it to her boyfriend, she sent the threat in to her boyfriend. I don't know why you fucking with people like that, but to her boyfriend. You think she should be charged criminally as well? Because she didn't send it to the school, she sent it to her boyfriend.
Yeah, if she see anything like that, I think any kid who see anything like that should report that to a school official. You know what I'm saying?
Rightfully so.
What the hell I seen? You know what I'm saying? Why you sending it to your boyfriend? What the fuck is he gonna do?
Right. Yeah, that is just goofy. It's just goofy shit that we see. And Miss T say yes, as they should. D-Love say we used to just ditch school, not shut down the whole operation. You just don't come.
Yeah, you don't want to go to school, stay your ass home. That's your business. Yeah, you got to deal with the consequences. Don't make everybody that goes to that school be involved in your bullshit because you don't want to go. No. And I will say this,
Yeah.
parents, man, be active in your kids' life. You know what I'm saying? Because this type of shit is unacceptable because it's not only your kid. Now you talking about thousands of kids. Like in Appalachia, it was 1,900 fucking students, man. Quit fucking playing, man. Life is not a game, man.
Yeah. These high schools, I think my graduating class was 2,000. So, you know, and that's another thing. Imagine putting 2,000 people through a metal detector. How long that shit gonna take? Like, some of these schools, they just too fucking big to have metal detectors. It's not even possible. These big ass super schools and shit. I did want to touch on before we move on. I did want to touch on Miss T comment when she said the mentality. Where is that comment at? All I wrote down was mentality to try to. Okay, I believe they are going to find him not mentally fit. And see, with that, I think that goes back to when we read off the whole reason why teens can't be charged or capitally punished or get the death penalty because the law inserts some sort of leniency because their brains aren't developed. So mentally fit and brain developed, like I think it's even harder to see if a teen is mentally fit because their brain isn't developed. Like, so that's a whole nother thing. But I feel like there's certain things, like if this boy been putting cats in the microwave and shit, definitely, yeah, he got some mental, you know, but I feel like it's harder to do at these younger ages. I feel like when it comes to ADHD, like any kid that's acting out, you trying to put on ADHD pills. And I don't like shit like that. Just, you know, putting these diagnoses on kids and not really getting to the root of their problem. We don't know. You know, the child, the counselor for the school might see him acting out and try to put something on him, but the counselor for the school might not know about, you know, abuse in the household or something that isn't known. So, you know, I feel like it's very hard to you know, go down that mental route.
Yep, she got a great question, and I know what my answer is going to be. She said, well, actually, she made a statement. He knew what he was doing was wrong. Come on,
that's
man.
true.
Come on,
that's true.
Like you can't sit here and say he did not know that if I take an AR-15 to school,
nah, he knew what he was doing.
Come on,
if they
man.
do say, look, if they do say he was mentally, they on some bullshit, and
For
it's
real.
gonna be some lighter sentences and some, you know. But when it comes to when it comes to the pops, what should the pops be? We heard all the charges he got. In conclusion, when it comes to the father, what do you feel like, you know, when it comes to him? What are we doing with that? Like,
he fought. He already 54 years old. He got 8 charges of just child endangerment alone. 2 charges of second-degree murder, bro. And the second-degree murder, I think the minimum, if I'm not mistaken, is like 15 years or maybe 10 years, something like that. He's 54 years old. Let's go with all, I think we got 10 when we come to 8 of them being child cruelty, 2 of them second-degree murder. I think he got a couple of others. If he get the bare minimum of all of them, he ain't getting out. He ain't getting out. But if it's that's he die.
And see, this goes into the whole discussion about the NRA and, you know, gun rights and things like that, and, you know, teaching your kids, because, you know, like we've heard, you know, kids when they teens, you know, they fathers take them out to the woods and, like, here, take this, hold it like this. You got to be firm, hold it with, you know, like dig it in your shoulder, and, you know, like, so when it comes to this, there's certain freedoms that we have, and this goes into a liberal and conservatism when it comes to politically. But, you know, this is a product of freedom. I'm going to just point that out.
So, I get it. I think my cousin was telling me something about is a certain gun
that a kid can have at 18. I want to say he said it's a shotgun. And I was like, I don't give a fuck what kind of gun it is. Any gun will kill you. You know what I'm saying? And I think that law came about on what you spoke of, taking them out to shoot deer and all that type of shit. No, don't put a goddamn gun in no kid here. I don't give a fuck. A shotgun, a 25, a 22. Nah, don't put it in their hand until they're of age and they're able. And here it go again. That mental goddamn capacity. Are they able to make sound decisions with this gun in their goddamn hand, bro?
Right.
Real. Let's be real about it. That conservative and that, man, fuck it. Hey, if your goddamn kid kill my kid, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. I'm gonna kill both of y'all. I'm gonna kill both of y'all ass. I don't give a shit.
Right.
Take the guns out their hand, man. Put them in people's hands that are able to make sound decisions. Now we know some adults fuck up and do dumb shit too, but
oh yeah. But there's other gifts. His birthday come along. You don't have to give him an AR-15 for his birthday. Like it's a whole lot of other shit you can get. Shit,
I'm gonna give him an assault rifle. What?
Right. What the fuck?
You piss him off and he shoot your dumb ass. Yeah, that part.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
Let's keep it pushing, man. Hey, this is what we deal with in America, people. It's a lot of shit we deal with in America, and some of it, like I said, in this situation, I don't feel like we can stop it from happening. We can take preventive measures and minimize the people who lose their life.
Right. That's about all.
So yeah, we're gonna keep it pushing, man. And of course, tonight's live is full of sad shit. I'm sorry. So we're gonna go to the next one. I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with it. Let's go ahead and get into it.
We are learning more about the death of Atlanta rapper Rich Homie Quan.
His girlfriend found him on the couch inside their home, according to a new incident report. Rich Homie Quan's real name is DeQuantis Devontae Lamar. His girlfriend told police she woke up at 6:45 September 5th to take their kids to school. At that time, she says Lamar was asleep on the couch. When she got back, she says he was still sleeping. She says she checked on him around 11 a.m. and that's when she noticed his body was cold and he was not breathing. Lamar's brother was also in the home. He told police he found Lamar on the floor and moved him to the couch around 3 a.m. This is a developing story. The autopsy results have not been released yet. We have more on the investigation on the homepage of 11alive.com.
I'm coming.
Yeah. Definitely R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan. I've when it comes to this topic, I've seen everything, heard everything, and quite frankly, I don't want to get into everything.
And that's why I'm gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna
You already know how what I told you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go into what you will see every time there's a rapper who loses his life and everybody wanna capitalize off of. That's not what this is about. Rich Homie Quan is right here from Georgia. Damn, it's another Georgia situation. And this one hit us here in Georgia really hard because a lot of us feel like Rich Homie Quan was an artist that should have been bigger than what he is. And I've learned in the recent days of his passing, actually, I've been listening to his music about 3 or 4 days before he died. Me and my cousin was. And I was talking to my homeboy B1 about how the record labels shitted on him. And I was supposed to do a video about this, but I haven't got a chance to. And he started out with Young Thug.
Yeah.
Young Thug, and it was a part of a big movement that I guess it was the transition in hip hop, especially in the Atlanta area. And he was a big part of it, and a lot of people don't know that. But if you look at a lot of interviews or a lot of stories about Rich Homie Quan, a lot of people knew him. Whether the world did, a lot of major people, major DJs, they knew Rich Homie Quan. So it's big to us because we love Quan. Quan made some hits. Get Quan on that hook.
Fun music.
Yeah, you damn near had a hit. Say that again, bro.
I said, nah, fun music, man. Them club anthems, like
yeah.
That's for me from the outside looking in, being here in Dallas. Like that's when I think of the music, it was them club anthems. It was them, them bangers. For fun music, basically, what I said.
Right. He made a lot of that, and it's a sad situation to see him leave at and I gotta say a young age because he wasn't number 34. I feel like this guy still had an opportunity to revitalize his career, and I think he was really trying to push forward for that. And I was telling YJ, I was like, this is one person I had in my mind. If we was gonna do another in the spotlight, it would have been him, because this dude put out hits and then he just disappeared. But of course, Rich Homie Quan, they said it was he got a hold of some bad pills. We're still waiting on autopsy to confirm that. That little clip that I showed you was the latest, because I had no idea that his brother was in the home, and his brother said he found Quan on the kitchen floor with food in his mouth. He put him on the couch, and then when his girlfriend got up to take the kids to school, she on the couch like wondering why he didn't get into bed. She took the kids to school, came back from there. He's still on the couch. She went and laid back down. A few hours later, she got up. He's still in the same position. She touched him and realized he was cold. So that's just what it is. I know a lot of people try to make all these assumptions on the Young Thug trial. Cut the bullshit, okay?
Yeah, the Lil Woody conspiracy. No, I'm not gonna get into it, but it's out there, and it's content creators who are talking about it, getting high numbers. But at the end of it, man, it's just a cautionary tale. When it comes to these substances, man, it's just a cautionary tale. We get taught. I see Miss T throwing these questions, and it's I can answer the questions in the most realist way I can, but at the end of the day, it would all be speculation. At the end of it, that it's just it would all be speculation. His drug use it was documented. I will say that. So he was no stranger to the lifestyle or whatnot. So with that comes along, your family. They know if the public knows it, then the family knows it as well. So I think I'm gonna leave it right there. But definitely, one more thing. I did see at week 1 of the NFL in the Atlanta Falcons with your Falcons. They did a
fucking Falcons.
They did some real shit. They did a tribute, man. Put them all up on the screens.
I salute that. Motivations for them to go out there and get the W. Yeah. Don't salute my dog and then go get your ass whipped, nigga.
Right.
Goddamn. I appreciate what they did for him, but that shit was a fucking piss poor ass performance. Fuck the Falcons. Get on my goddamn nerves. I can't stand their ass. I'm sorry.
Well, I'll let you have it. Next week, Cowboy fans will be saying the same. Well, when they play the Ravens, they definitely will be saying the same. But these Chiefs, we gonna keep doing our thing. But anyway, we're gonna get on.
Yeah, stop right there, Jizzle. Don't you do that, bro. Don't you do that.
Anyway, man. Yeah, definitely R.I.P, man. RHQ Actually, I think he was harder than Young Thug.
Yeah,
but
no doubt.
you know, when it come down to delivery, flow, and all, I think it was for me. I always said that his style, it was kind of like it was kind of more of the same than we heard, but what made it different for him is he had that raspy kind of voice with that raspy delivery that kind of made me like, oh yeah, he a little different. He not like everybody else totally. He doing the sing rap type thing, you know, kind of like Thug, kind of like you know, other artists that I can't mention right now, but he did have an original sound when it comes to that raspiness in his voice that I did like.
Don't start that shit. We ain't got time for that. But I
I
just
ain't
want to go back to Miss
I ain't even
T,
see it, boy. That boy fast. Pow. That boy fast. I'm sitting here.
like, what the fuck is that? Ashanti. Anyway, Miss T, I'm with Jizzle when he say those are questions we can't answer truthfully. It's gonna always be an assumption. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to do that. You know how we rock over here.
Yeah.
And I see all your questions, and every last one of them, I'm like, I want to answer it, but I'm like, nah, because it's gonna be an assumption. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm not trying to go there. There's plenty of other content creators who have 2-3 hour live streams about complete speculation. And those, you know, you welcome to visit that to entertain.
No, you're not. Don't go there. Don't go over there. Don't you carry your
It's a rabbit hole. I'm gonna tell you, it's a rabbit hole. It's the Mo3 rabbit hole. There's a whole sector based off of this. There's gonna be a Rich Homie Quan sector. Hopefully, it's not, but there's a whole Mo3 sector. Just to put that in the mind, I can't. That blows my mind that it's a whole sector based off of a rapper's untimely demise. Like,
yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's why a lot of people feel like this generation is desensitized to death. It's like, oh, you got something else to talk about. Somebody else died. Nah, man, that's somebody's son. That's somebody's brother, nephew, cousin. Nah,
right.
man, just put yourself in that family's shoes when you sitting here putting out a bunch of bullshit so you can get financially, I guess, paid, make a little change off somebody's name. Nah, man, just imagine if somebody did that to you, how would you feel? And that's why I feel like it'd be hard for me to cover a lot of these artists' death because it's so much that I see in the direction that it go in. I don't want people to think that's what the fuck I'm doing because that's not what I'm doing. You feel me?
Right. We definitely, R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan. Definitely in the South will be missing and across the country because hell, just the South ain't get him them 100 million. He got videos of 40 million views and so. But one thing I want to make a video, and I've been thinking about doing. I want to make a video of all of the sectors and break down each sector that it is on YouTube. These, you got the Umar sector, the Mo3 sector, the black sector, the beef sector.
What's his name? Damn, Dolph.
It's a whole Dolph. Like, anyway. I digress. Miss T said common sense. Yeah. So we definitely gonna keep him pushing. We definitely wanted to touch on that, and also what you got?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get it out the way, bro. But this one, I think it's acceptable because of the age. So
yeah.
Let's do this let's get it out the way, man.
I shall pray for you morning and evening.
For over 70 years, he graced stage and screen with a voice that commanded attention.
Don't you try and go through life worried if somebody like you or not.
James Earl Jones was born in rural Mississippi in 1931, raised by his mother and his grandparents. As a child, he developed a debilitating stutter.
You never get over it, really. You simply learn how to work around it, you know.
A high school teacher helped Jones find his confidence and his voice. He fell in love with the stage at the University of Michigan and debuted on Broadway in 1957.
Just on a block and then keeping him off me.
His breakthrough Tony-winning performance came as boxing champ Jack Johnson in The Great White Hope, which was later turned into a movie.
Because every time you push that pinched up face in front of me, I see where it done got me.
As his movie career grew, he continued acting on the small screen. The first celebrity guest on Sesame Street.
I am your father.
But it was a 2.5-hour voiceover session for George Lucas that changed his life.
So he hires a guy born in Mississippi, raised in Michigan, who stutters. And that's the voice, and that's me. I lucked out.
The role propelled him, or at least his voice, to worldwide fame as Darth Vader in Star Wars. For the next 40 years, he excelled on stage, winning a second Tony Award.
James Earl Jones.
And on the big screen, a Navy admiral in The Hunt for Red October.
I was never here.
In The Lion King.
You are more than what you have become.
The voice of a network.
This is CNN.
And the voice of all baseball fans in Field of Dreams.
People will come, Ray. People will most definitely come.
He received an honorary Academy Award, had a Broadway theater named for him, became a Kennedy Center honoree, continuing to work in new projects, and revisiting classic roles.
I'm only brave when I have to be. May I have your attention, please?
On screen and in life, James Earl Jones was a king.
The goal wasn't to be a billionaire or to be a Hollywood star, to be a part of good storytelling. The goal was about that.
I found you! He found his voice, and we got a legend. Steve Patterson, NBC News, Los Angeles.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News.
My boy Lester Holt, Nightly News. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Definitely salute. Rest in peace. All my condolences to your family. And that man was around for a long time, man.
70 years.
93 years old.
In the game, 70. I'm still trying to figure out why they didn't mention Claudine. I think he wasn't Claudine. Wasn't he Claudine? They didn't mention it, But of course, his most, his biggest roles definitely Darth Vader in the voice of power type of thing. Like, narrate. He got one of them. It's different from Morgan Freeman, but it's certain voices, man. When it comes down to it, you hear voices like Morgan Freeman, James Earl Jones. It's like, oh, okay, this is serious. Like, but I didn't know that he had a stutter to start. That's kind of crazy that you would, get all of these accolades from just doing voiceovers, and you started off with a stutter. So that's wild. I didn't know that.
And that may be why he did a lot of voiceovers. You know what I'm saying? My god brother have a stutter. And certain people who have stutters, they know the words that trigger the stutter. So whenever it comes to acting versus doing voiceovers, okay, I'm about to say this, but I'm not being recorded on camera.
Right.
I can prepare myself for me making this statement in this movie, and it's different when you're on camera and you're trying to stop yourself from stuttering. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You'll be like, cut, do it again.
Right.
God damn it, James.
You can't punch that in. You can't punch that in.
No, you can't.
I listen to myself sometimes. I be like, I got a little stutter. I got a little stutter in me. Goddamn, sometimes when I be talking, I'll be listening to my voice clip. I'm like, damn, I'm stuttering like a mother. But I'll just be trying to say shit fast, and but I don't know, man. Definitely rest in peace to James Earl Jones, man, the legend out here, man. 93. the thing about it, 93 though, can you really be mad at that? Like,
no, you can't. That's a long time to live, bro. Really.
Right. I think my great grandmother was 94, I think, when she passed. And she passed in the house. She said she didn't want to be in the house. She wanted to be in the house. All the family came to the house for that weekend, and then after everybody left, she passed. It's like she was like, man, look, I done did, because her body was what broke down. Her mind didn't break down. It was her body.
Yeah.
As opposed to others where, you got Alzheimer's and things like that where your mind break down, but you be still up moving and going to the bathroom by yourself and things. But she had her mental, man, and she was like, I just want to peacefully go right here. She laying in the bed, and that's how she went, So, but she was like, what else can I do? She was like, what else can I do? I just want to see all of my family before I go. And that's what happened. And she, right, the week after that she seen all her, she like, so.
Yeah. What up, appreciate you for sliding through, bro. You say, nope, I hope blesses me with a long, fruitful life like James Earl. Most definitely. I mean, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
We know nowadays we starting to see a lot of people live to see 100, 103, 105 and all that.
Yeah.
It's a blessing.
I'm not saying it's nothing. I'm not saying that I don't want to live that. I'm just saying what else,
Let me ask you a question, Jason. Would you want to live forever?
Why?
I'm just asking.
Why would I want to live forever? Like, hey, man, look, I'm good, man. If I can't,
if you think about it, Jizzle, we see at the age of 93 or 100, like, it's a lot of shit you can't do no more.
Right.
Well, if I reach 35 and live the rest of my life as a 35-year-old, then yeah, I would. Shit, why not? But I don't want to sit here and keep getting old and my body weak. No. Matter of fact, I say, let me live to 25 and now leave my age of 25. Yeah. Fucking like some motherfucker. But anyway.
Nah, man.
Rest in peace to James Earl Jones.
Yeah. 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 I mean, nah, I don't want, if functionality of the limb, it's quality of life. I take that into consideration as well. When it comes to that answering that question that you did say. Don't nobody want to just be living in pain, man. Drugged up and I think the worst kind, as far as your physical and your mental, which one would you which one do you think is worse, I guess is the way to say it. Because you got two ways to go out this thing, man. It's either your mental fails you or your physical fails you. Which way you feel like is worse?
I mean, I think your physical is probably gonna be worse. Me personally, I think everybody in the world like to go in their sleep, no pain, just go to sleep and not wake up. I think that's the easiest way to go. When we talking about the physical, it's like you're suffering. Nobody want to suffer, but if you're gonna die of old age, let me go in my sleep. If I've lived to 93 or hell 89, and I'm not in a state where I can't live without a machine or help, I'd rather go peacefully because my body said, is it? Or God say, come with me, job well done. You feel me? I would rather go that way.
So what about being maybe 65, but you can't even remember who your own family members are because you got like some Alzheimer's or dementia or something like that?
I still want to live. I know it sounds crazy.
No, it don't, because I understand it, because that's your family still gets to come, come by. Even you don't know it's your family, but you're still here, in some capacity. I feel you.
Still crack some jokes. Well, I know you're not. The hell you looking at, boy? Quit looking at me, your ugly ass.
Hey, crazy. It's crazy. And I'm up here on my testimony shit, but my grandma, she got dementia, and she be having me rolling sometime, man. Just the things, see somebody coming by. I don't know about her. Yeah, she some like like it's just little thing. And then it's crazy with those diseases like dementia and Alzheimer's and things. Like there's certain little things that creep through the cracks. Like for instance, like my grandma, sometimes she always, when she was in her younger days, when she had something with some ice in it, she would shake it up. Like, how you see people shake up their drink before they take a drink out of it. If it got ice, like, and she'll still do that from time to time. So it's like certain different things they can creep through. So I understand where you're coming from with that.
Let's take a look at some of these comments, because a lot of people commenting. D-Love said, yep, they've been using them bodies a long time. Yes. Miss T said my grandma was 93, grandpa was 97. Blessed. That's what you call blessed. Uno say, if I make it 93, come to my funeral and tell good stories and hit this reef a few times. They ain't have no family left. Nah, I'm straight. Well, if everybody's gonna live forever, then your family's gonna be there too. But now, if my family have died on, I don't want to be here. No, fuck no. But when I say we all live, or should I say we live forever, I want everybody to live with me. You know what I'm saying? But no, I would never want to be the last one from my goddamn family left, because you got to watch everybody die. Nah, hell no. Miss T say, in this time now, I wouldn't want to live till my 90s. Hey,
I don't blame you for that.
It's a blessing though. If you are able, mind, body, you're able to live and understand life, why wouldn't you? I understand, like you asked, your mental may be gone, your physical health gone, where you can't get around, you have to use a shit bag and all that. I can understand that, but if God has blessed you to live like everybody else, you just slower than everybody else, and that's the best way I can put it. Not slow mentally, but why wouldn't you?
It may be different reasons, but it may be burden. The burden of you being here, you're seeing, because it is, for anybody who's taking care of somebody, it is somewhat of a burden, but that's the person you love, so it's not going to be like, but some people, whenever they can see that and mentally see that you being here is a burden, sometimes that may be the reason,
Well, I don't know, because I look at it like, I don't give a damn how old your parents become. You're never prepared for them to leave you.
That's true.
My mom didn't make it to her 70s, but my dad is in his mid 80s. And he all I got left as far as my parents. It's still gonna be hard when he leave, you know what I'm saying? So just imagine. I don't know if you ever heard this, but they say when you lose both parents, it's like you are now an orphan. You have no parents here. And neither one of the people that have anything to do with you being here on this earth is no longer here. I don't know, man. I don't want to get all deep into it, but
That was good. I feel like I really don't have nothing much else. Just throwing out different things and different points of view.
And nigga Uno say I want to go out in some pussy.
Man,
D-Love said, if you don't know what's going on, I hope you trust those who in charge of you. Absolutely. Absolutely.
that goes back to what you did. Your karma deposits throughout your life. That whenever you get older, that who's there. So that's all I say on that.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and keep it moving. We got a little short session of the feel good story. It touched my heart. Might not touch anybody else's. This is my nigga. So tonight, feel good story come by way of Atlanta, Georgia. Y'all should have known who it was when I said this is my nigga. But this story touched my heart because I think when you become an artist or you become a famous entertainer, whatever you are, and you are in the public eye and everybody love and know you, you have a lot of people that love you, want to get to know you, want to have an opportunity to take a picture, have a conversation with you. But we know today, a lot of artists be like, man, go on with all that, man. Go on ahead. Well, I ain't got time for that bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? But my bro, my big dog, Tip says, you know what? At first he was hesitant, but he did what he was supposed to do. Y'all take a look at this.
I'm just waiting for you because you're on a phone call.
Okay, what you want to get me?
So my name is Jack, and
what's up, Jack?
So I just create content online.
Are you what they would call paparazzi?
No, I'm not paparazzi.
Not paparazzi.
I just do Instagram and TikTok. So like behind the scene and just take photos. That's it.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
What's up, Mr. Harris? My name is Harris too.
What's going on?
Ain't nothing happening. How you been?
I'm chilling, man.
Good. Good to see you in person.
Good to see you now.
Can I have a picture with you when you get done with your people?
Oh, well, actually, I'm finna finish my phone call, then he gonna take a picture.
I'll just whip around, man.
All right, say that, love and respect, bro.
All right. Let me get it from this angle. Keep walking. Perfect. Thank you so much, man, for your time. All right, brother. Have a nice one.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Hey, that's respect, even to the other dude, and for the other dude to have the respect to understand he got something going on right now, and just say, okay, cool, and walk. So I like to see that. I like to see that.
Absolutely, bro. You took the words right out of my mouth. It wasn't only a feel-good story because of what Tip did. It was a feel-good story because both of those brothers who wanted a picture of Tip, they had the manners to say, I'm going to hold off, you get off the fucking phone. You remember we were just talking earlier about speaking to people when you come in the room, bro?
Oh, yeah.
It's shit like that we don't see very often no more, bro. And for those guys, you heard Tip, are you paparazzi? No, I'm not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And because he have to deal with that type of shit on a daily basis, and that type of shit fucks it up for everybody else.
Right.
But he gave him opportunity, and he gave him the picture that he wanted. So it's a double salute to Tip and the photographers who respected each other, respected his space.
Right.
Because we know when you are an artist or use any type of entertainer, your space get real cluttered when you're in the public.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for them to actually respect the space and then ask, and for Tip to realize that and say, you know what, I'm gonna do that. I have to give a double salute to those
Right.
all parties involved, man.
Right. To me, the feel good part of it is general common courtesy. Like that's it's not enough you can say just about general common courtesy. You might be in the workspace, someone new starts. They'll, you walk past them 2 times, 2 mornings in a row. You initiated. Good morning, good morning. The next time you be like, hold on, let me just see and let me not say nothing. Walk past them, they head down. Okay, I know about you now. General common courtesy type shit where it's like things that human nature, where you would think is human nature that people would pick up on things like this, but not everybody picks up on things like this when it comes to just general common courtesies. And that's, for me, the feel-good story is, it boils down to general common courtesies. Like, so.
Hey, I'm going to read your first comment, then I'm going to go to your second comment, Miss C. You're going to want people to notice you when your career is over. Absolutely. Now you read the second one, YJ.
His career is over. Did she say that?
Yeah, but look at the next comment.
Did you say? Well, I'm trying to figure. Did you add that to the comment, or did she?
She said that.
Okay, she said. Okay, so she wilding in the chat. Okay. She said that man busted him standing there waiting for his. Hey,
I'm taking that out. This is a feel good moment, Miss T.
That's Miss T, boy.
Hey, that comment was brought to us in part by the new generation, which Miss T is not a part of. And I don't know why she put that comment up here. Come on, Miss T. Hey, we gotta stick and stay strong.
Right.
Where we come from. We ain't gotta participate in this bullshit, Miss T.
Well, hey, look, we are gonna speak a little bit about Jay-Z here in the future. So she got some shit in the chamber. I'm
expecting that. I'm expecting
she got some shit in the chamber because we gonna talk about Jay-Z a little bit. So she gonna be able to get her shit off tonight.
Hey, I ain't got too much to say about it, but we talking about my nigga Tip. And I want to give you a double salute, Tip, man. Keep doing your thing, man. Fuck what these other motherfuckers talking about. And I ain't talking about you, Miss T. I'm talking about a lot of motherfuckers be hating on my nigga Tip, man. And I ain't tolerating that shit, man. But that was
kill the king.
Say that again?
Hashtag kill the king.
Yeah, god damn it. So we have reached the latter part of our show tonight, and there's a couple of more things we want to touch on. But Jizzle, what you want to do? You want to just go ahead and jump into the last one, or you want to hit both of
them? The last one being the Wayne situation. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. We still got Tyreek.
Oh, let's go into the Tyreek.
All right. So if you haven't heard, Tyreek Hill, wide receiver from Miami Dolphins, went through a situation that was definitely uncalled for. And we're going to let y'all check it out, and we're going to talk about it.
So yeah, it seems like that this was somewhere close to the stadium.
Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Or what? Why do you have it on?
Keep your window down.
I can't pause this.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't have this one. Matter of fact, I tell you what, we'll do it like this then. Since you want to pause and go, I got a way to do it.
Just because, and I can fill in the blanks here, but just because, seeing this is my first reaction to it. Only thing I've seen is basically when he was on the ground, when he got handcuffed and he was on the ground, and, there was other players present whenever, who came to support him. And I seen his press conference afterwards. And I think the fact that I'm seeing him, what he doing, it kind of, his press conference kind of I don't know if it don't add up to what I'm seeing on this camera. But rolling the window back up, that's, he spoke about in his press conference about what he was taught to do as a black man in America I don't think he used those actual terms, but he said his mother told him what to do. He put his hands on the steering wheel, and when I'm seeing him roll the window down and then say, "Don't knock on my window, don't knock on my window," and roll the window back up.
Yeah, Steven Jackson talked about that as well. But
okay, I ain't seen nothing.
Yeah, I get where you're going with it, but let's continue, man. Let's continue.
Yeah, let's keep on. That's just one thing I pointed out, but
and you're gonna no, you can't pause this.
What? Hey, keep your window down. Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Give me that. Get out of the car. Give me that. Break that freaking window. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
I'm gonna pause it right here.
Oh goodness, God!
I'm gonna pause it right here because the simple fact is, he pulled him out of the car because he was aggravated, or because he just wanted to show you or show Tyreek, I got power. He didn't have, for one, he didn't have to do that, and I don't think he had the right to do that, because if you roll your window down where they can see your eyes and they can contact you and communicate with you, that's all. You don't have to roll your window all the way the fuck down. That is not a law.
Let's speak in terms of what we know from what we've seen from police. Because I understand what you said is true, but when do you get pulled over and crack your window 2 inches? And then roll it back up?
Well, let's think about it. The law is the law, right? Whether you like what he did, it's the law. Nowhere in the law book said he has to roll his window all the way down to the bottom.
Okay,
if
so
that was the case, then he has the right to do what he did, right?
So when he rolled it up, then you're saying, does he have the right to at least knock on the window? Because I'm trying to take it in baby steps here, like, and then don't take that as, please don't take that as no.
No, you good, bro.
I'm trying to take it in slow increments as to, walking through what we've seen from rolling it down all the way and talking as people usually do when they get pulled over, to completely rolling it up. So with the motor running, it sounded like, I don't know. Did you hear the motor running?
Yeah. So when you do give your license to an officer, what do they normally do? They go back to their car and ring your shit, right?
Nah, that's subjective because sometimes they'll sit there and they gonna talk to you, okay, and tell you why they did what they did. Because a lot of people would just ask, "Why'd you pull me over?" At this point.
All right, hold on one second.
Manny. Manny. Keep it down. Hey. Keep your window down. Manny, on. Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Or what? Why do you have it on? Keep it down. Hey. Keep your window down.
Now, he was finna walk back to his car, and then he went and looked at his VIN. That's what it looked like he looked at. Not 100% sure.
I think he looked at it. It looked like he looked at his register. Yeah, like his the sticker up on the thing.
So if he wouldn't have rolled that window down before he walked off, he would have went back to his car. And when he would have got back, that window would have been rolled up. So
I think that's an assumption. I think it's speculation.
You think it's speculation?
Yeah. Because there's no way to tell or know what he was gonna. Go ahead.
But if you actually look, he made the movement of walking back to his car. Then he went and looked at his windshield.
Oh, let me take this off. Let me take this off.
For whatever reason, right?
Right.
Let's go back. Right there. Right there. You seen the movement. He was going to go back to his car. Then he changed his mind and went and looked at his windshield. Now, watch. The window goes up. Now the window goes up. That
So
pissed him off.
well, okay. Let's think about this. You got a motor running and the window going up.
So you're trying to say you think he's thinking he's gonna run?
There hasn't been much back and forth. I've heard, and the thing is, I've heard him. He been jawing the whole time, and you dealing with people, common courtesies. I'm gonna go back to that because I don't understand. I guess I understand, but it's one of them things where it's like I feel like we're gonna concentrate on everything wrong one person did and not speak about it from a point of knowing what these people are and what they do, what their job is.
So do you feel that the officer did his job 100% correctly? I'm just asking.
Do I feel like he did it 100% correctly? I won't give him 100%, but I will say, as a black man in America, I don't react like this when I get pulled over. And if you're Tyreek Hill and you got to play in a game 3 hours from now, I don't know. It just
all right. That's
like get on. You know.
Go ahead, bro.
Nah, like get on. Just do what you got to do to get to your game, man. That's the most important. You got how many millions of dollars does he get to be on that field? And this is stopping him from being on the field. So I don't understand why he would do anything to stop that from happening or to create any sort of interjection into him doing what he does for the highest paid receiver in the NFL.
So And I just want to make sure I understand you felt like his interaction with the officer is the reason why the officer is responding to him like this, right?
It may be.
All right, let's listen.
Keep your window down. Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Give me that.
Right here. Let's stop right here. He rolled it down. At this point, this officer is aggravated. He said,
Right.
Keep it down. You didn't give me an opportunity to show you I'm going to keep it down. You said, matter of fact, you know what? Get your ass out the goddamn car. This is
Right.
where he fucked up. I don't give a fuck what happens after this. He fucked up right here because he let his emotions take over the whole situation.
Right.
I'll
And I
be
feel like
honest with you. Go ahead.
and I feel like emotions, you know, we can't just say one person was emotional. They were both emotional, and of course, it's the job. It's a job of the officers to de-escalate. So, I think my question at this point would be, what would you do in a situation like that? Like when you see the window get rolled up. I would like to hear the audio with my headphones to hear actually what he's saying. I ain't got my headphones on now, but that shouldn't play a part. But what should he have did instead of taking him out? What should he have did?
Say what he was gonna say, like keep your window rolled down, which he should. Even though I'm gonna walk back to my car, you know what I'm saying? I can't see shit anyway, but there is a second officer there. But I felt like at that point when he said, I need you to keep your window rolled down, because what if Tyreek didn't know that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just speaking hypothetically.
Yeah.
I need your window to stay down. If he would have said that and said, okay, and then walk back to his car, Tyreek roll his window up and the other car officer seen it, then that's the issue that Tyreek caused. I can understand that. But at this point, he's so goddamn fueled up because he rolled his window up in the first place that he like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm taking your ass out your car.
Right.
Now, if
so
I want to make sure I word this right.
Go ahead.
He is in the wrong for allowing that. And I know you may say Tyreek was probably responding emotionally to him, but this man was just speeding. What is all this shit about, bro? It's just speed.
Well, I think, and I'm just basing this on, we done watched a lot of pullovers. We done watched a lot of dash cam, body cam over here on the bank channel. Salute to the people in the building. This is episode 35. Hit that like button. That's the one time I'm going to say it. But when it comes to officers and their procedures, when have you seen an officer walk back to the officer's car without the motor being stopped?
I've seen it happen plenty of times, bro. They don't always make them turn the car off, bro. They don't always do that.
I feel like that's a fault on the officer if you don't, like, hey, take the keys out, put it in. And that's a lot of the time when I get pulled over, my car is completely off. I don't even have a fucking radio on. I done seen enough dash cam and body cam that, hey, my keys on the seat right there. Like, you know, but that's a whole different story. But I was just saying that to say a lot of officers, I think, may be worried about leaving a car, especially if there's been verbal back and forth with a motor that is running, because in fear of them taking off.
I mean, I get it. But let's say, for instance, this second cop wasn't there. Once he got in his car, shut the door, this man can crank that motherfucker up and take off anyway. It doesn't matter. But
that's true. That's true.
At this point, He didn't tell him, turn the motor off, take the keys
Right.
out the ignition. He didn't say
That's
none
true.
of that. You feel what I'm saying? So, and I'm not trying to side one way, but I have no choice because what I'm looking at. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So let me hit this comment before I hit play again. Miss T say, that man did not roll his window down. He cracked it. So does he think because of who he is that he should get treated special? No, not at all. The law doesn't say you have to roll it all the way down. It doesn't say that. It's as long as the officer can communicate with you eye to eye, that's all need to be done. This officer was mad. It's almost just like when you see those videos where the cops are come encounter with somebody who know the law. They get pissed the fuck off because they know the law better than you. They get angry. And that's what this cop did. That's what I see. Uno say Tyreek started it emotionally and was immature in the interaction. The officers was right in my eyes. I mean, hey, to each his own. I think this officer was power hungry. That's my opinion.
As a lot of them are. And so I'm not going to take that off the table because I damn sure don't want to take that off the table because a lot of these motherfuckers are. He sound like, well, I'm not going to say what he sound like, but I hear the accent, but we can keep it rolling.
Get out of the car. Give me that. Break that freaking window. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Damn.
What part of blood
He
is you?
said, damn.
Uncalled for. You see the man taking his seatbelt off. Let's go back just a little bit.
I heard the jingling was, I don't know if that was the keys or was that the seatbelt. Still, hold on, move that comment down. Where that comment at? I want to move that comment.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
Look at Tyreek.
Hold on. Let me get put the full, how you do the, there you go. Okay, there we go.
Now, I don't know if being that this is maybe a foreign car. I know the seatbelt is on the other goddamn side where you're leasing, so I don't know what the fuck you're reaching for right
now. And that goes to your point, because them motherfucking windows so goddamn dark. How the fuck a police even see that he wasn't wearing a seatbelt? So that's
what they do.
Yeah.
Get out. Get out. Get out. What part of blood do you understand? Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested. I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting up, bro. God damn, twin. When we tell you to do something, you do it. You understand?
I'm getting up.
You understand? Not for you, what we
Man.
tell you.
I'm getting
You're a little
out.
confused.
I'm getting out, bro.
Too late.
Chill,
Too
bro.
late.
All right, bro. Take
Too
me to
late.
jail, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro.
We are. We will.
Good, bro.
It is good.
Hey.
Don't worry about it. I hung up the phone.
And I think just another little tidbit, another Miami Dolphin was driving past and he stopped. I think that may be who he
I think Drew might be somebody big because he kept telling the dude he was on the phone with to call Drew, or he was saying Drew. I don't know who the hell Drew is, but Drew is somebody that can make some shit happen.
Well, I do know that in the press conference after the Dolphins, there was another Miami Dolphin that said he stopped over, and they actually put the teammate in handcuffs as well. As he said at the press conference, it was a big dude. I think he had to be a lineman or some big old dude that actually stopped over. D-Love say Drew is his agent. Okay, so that's his agent, and he say Calais Campbell was the teammate. Okay. Yeah, I know I seen one of the teammates said that he straight pulled over when he seen like, hold on, that's Tyreek here. Pulled over and got out, and he was actually detained for a short period as well. So that's wild. But
so Uno, you say exactly. You proved the point. It was speeding. Tyreek caused this. He was out of line. Because he was speeding, you're saying that he deserved this type of treatment. Is that what you're saying, my brother?
I think it's a multitude. It's one of them things where it's like, you know, a number of things, not just that, but not
Now, y'all done heard me say several times, and I did it. I said it on one of my songs on the Conscious album. You have to make sure you survive these traffic stops.
Yeah.
I don't feel like what he did. Now, could he have handled it a little different? Yeah, of course, we all can. But I don't think what he said or what he did warrant them to treat him like this. We've done seen
that's true
worse than this, man. And that's the point. That's the only point I'm trying to get to, because I know I'm hard on us when we get pulled over by the police. But what I seen in this video did not warrant the behavior of the officer. Not whatsoever. This shit was disgusting to look at, man. And I hope all the at least the motherfucker who's the ringleader, hope he get fired.
Well, they gave him the administrative leave to this point, and it is being investigated, internal affairs. Like they doing all the precautionary things to keep themselves in the right, So we'll see. I know there's going to be some sort of statement, I think, that comes out, because he's such a high profile player. You don't just be Tyreek Hill and this happen and they don't get no update. So we definitely gonna see in the future. But I haven't seen this version of this footage. So I
don't see the power hungry that you see Uno at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he threw up in his face that, God damn it, I'm a 140. I don't know how much he make, but I make this much money. I play for the Dolphins. Now it did come to the point where they said they knew it was Tyreek Hill. To me, I'm not saying he deserved any leniency because he's a star. That is not what I'm saying at all. I think if this was me or one of us, the way he responded was not bad as what we've seen on traffic stops. We can go back to the Camden stop that happened with that man. You remember that Camden stop we watched where the black man goddamn choked that motherfucker? I was like,
Oh man,
you remember that?
Yeah,
that type of shit I understand, but whether this man is talking and he say some shit you don't like, you have a job as an officer to remain professional at all times. He ain't call you no bitch. He ain't say nothing like that. Like, the way I think his approach was like he already had an attitude. I don't give a fuck who you are. And he didn't say those words, but that's his approach. And like, nobody want to be talked to like they're a bitch, especially a grown-ass man. Nobody. And I'm not saying that the officer attacked him, but his approach is all wrong to me. That's just my opinion. Shit. That's just how I see it.
Yeah.
Don't move. Good. But you beating on my window like you crazy.
You set him up?
Why y'all beating on my window like y'all crazy for? Damn, yo, bro. Bro, dude beating on my window like he crazy. I ain't do nothing, twin.
Now, I definitely disagree with that statement. He didn't. He knocked at his window. I don't agree with him saying he beating on my window like he crazy, because I can rewind it and go back to that point.
He was definitely tapping,
He was tapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. He lying on that part. I do agree with that.
Hey, don't park there. Don't park there.
Hey. Hold on, bro. I just had surgery on my knee.
What was the purpose of that?
Damn.
What was the purpose of that?
Damn.
Come on, bro. I know some people might say it's a domino effect because of how.
Well, hold on, go back, because I think I missed something. I just looked up and he bear tackling it.
Hold on, bro. I just had surgery on my knee. I just had surgery.
He said, hold on, bro. That's all he said, man. And I don't even think that's the officer that started all this bullshit.
Nah, that was someone else on that bike. And it makes me think that lets you know. I don't even know, can you see the stadium back there? Like, I know they close, but so that would make sense as to why the police is all on bikes. But yeah, that definitely wasn't the cop that initially pulled him over there. Yeah.
I ain't gonna spend too much time on it if we gonna hit that next topic, but
On my knee, bro. I just had surgery on my knee, bro. I just had surgery in your ears when we got there. Chill, bro. Chill, bro. Hey, Joe New, bro. Back up. Hey, call Drew. Call Drew. Call Drew. Call Drew. Call Drew. Hey, call Drew. Call Drew, bro. Call Drew. Call Drew. Hey, call Drew, bro. Hey, what? Hey, call Drew, bro. Just call Drew. Hey. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing nothing. What am I doing that's wrong?
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen. Hey, man, they got Tyreek. The cops over here beating on him, man. They over here beating on Tyreek,
Listen, big man. Don't park there, man. Just get in
They
the
over
car.
here, Drew, you gotta come, man.
Just get in the car.
Straight up the side on the side of the
Hey, get in the car. You're parked in the middle of the street.
I'm in the car. You gotta go before you get a ticket.
Hey, I'm in the car.
Who's the driver? It's my car. All right, move. I'll take that.
You gotta move right now. Let me have your license. You're gonna ticket too.
I'm coming.
Let me have your license. You're gonna ticket. Let me have your license.
I'm leaving.
I'm not playing. Let me have your license.
Yo, what's
Your license right now.
What's going
Your
on?
I've seen enough, bro. I've seen enough. That cop that we just was watching, he a fuck nigga. Man, fuck him. Man, fuck him.
Oh, my thing, I don't know how it got, because the first video I seen was him on the ground, and that was okay. I'm starting to put two and two together now. I think I know. But all in all, okay, boom, all that happened. You go to the game, 80-yard touchdown, you scored a touchdown, and your celebration is what?
So what? So what? So what?
Hey, that celebration. I see that. I said, that nigga a fool, goddamn.
I would have did it too. I would have did it too. I mean, you already fucking arrested me. Why not?
He did this. I wish I had the video of the celebration. He put his hands behind his back. His teammate came up like he was arresting him after he made a touchdown. I said, that nigga a fool, man. I wish KC still had him. I ain't gonna lie.
That shit was uncalled for, man. Them motherfuckers, you seen it. You're like, give me your license. Yeah, man said, I'm leaving. Give me your license. Man, just for a moment, take that badge off, take this suit off. We in the club. I promise you wouldn't talk to me like that, boy. You wouldn't.
Yeah, we've agreed to disagree in the past. and I think we're gonna have to do that today. His black ass shut the hell up. Go play for your 130. You entitled motherfucker, you getting 130 million. I ain't seen one of them M's you got. You sitting up here in this motherfucker. So we gonna have to agree to disagree.
Hey, we have to disagree. Hey, and there ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
I know Uno disagree with me, and that's cool. I stand 10 toes on what the fuck I believe. Fuck that goddamn cop.
Oh shit. We gonna keep it rolling.
We're gonna get to the meat and potatoes, man. That was great discussion. And I want to pick that shit back up again, but we gotta get to the goddamn meat and potatoes.
Hey, give me a second on.
So we're gonna give Jizzle a second to get back, but I can go ahead and tell you what we're finna discuss. I'm pretty sure y'all know, because if you look at the goddamn thumbnail, it's a couple of people we haven't said shit about yet. And yeah, this one kind of fucked with me too. And you know, we could talk about this, talk about that. We don't got all the details, especially when it comes to the higher ups. What am I talking about? We're talking about Lil Wayne, talking about Kendrick Lamar, talking about Jay-Z, and how Weezy was snubbed from the Super Bowl halftime show. I don't like it. Don't like it. And this was almost going to be, I know you lying segment, but we had to save it for for the meat and potatoes. So, in case you didn't know, Lil Wayne, he spoke prior to the last Super Bowl that he wanted to be a part of Super Bowl 25, which is being held in New Orleans.
Right.
And there are a few artists. We can go back to Usher. We know Usher's from Atlanta, but he also had a residence in Las Vegas, which that's where the last Super Bowl was held. They let him perform. When they had the Super Bowl in California, you seen Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, which, you know, Eminem and 50 ain't from there, but they represent those guys who headline. So
I like how you slow walking this. Keep going. Keep going.
So we was looking at it's gonna be Lil Wayne and friends, just like it was Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and friends. That didn't happen. Now, we know what happened this year. Everybody knows Kendrick Lamar probably had the biggest year in hip hop from any artist in a long time without even dropping a goddamn album. Shit happened from a fucking diss song. Which my personal opinion wasn't his best work at all. He catered to the generation of listeners who don't give a shit about no bars. I bet you asked K-Dot, was this your best song lyrically? He said, man, fuck no. I ain't
that's true.
Spend no time on this shit. I did it because I knew I could fucking embarrass Drake. Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
That's true.
If I continue to talk, I'm gonna pass it on over to Jizzle because I know he itching. Go ahead, my nigga. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So I will preface everything by saying that my prediction is that Wayne will still be on that stage. They have a song, Kendrick Lamar featuring Lil Wayne, Mona Lisa, together. So I think that this is to drum up this, to make it big. I'm always looking at the deeper as to when it comes down to it. So I just wanted to preface my statement saying, yes, Lil Wayne should be on that stage in some capacity at the next Super Bowl. I will give my personal, we're going to talk through it. I will say, okay, USA Today did an article, and this is an excerpt from it. It says, it was 5 years ago when Jay-Z's Roc Nation entered into a partnership with the NFL. The alignment was, in many ways, the league's clumsy attempt to make amends for how badly it blew the handling of Colin Kaepernick's protest movement, because it came after that. So a lot of people think that they involved some folks of color to look inclusive. Roc Nation, the entertainment company founded by rapper and businessman Sean Jay-Z Carter, is entering into a multi-year partnership with the NFL to enhance the NFL live game experience and to amplify the league's social justice efforts, the NFL said at the time. That's what the NFL said. So they kind of, in a slick kind of way, admitted that it may be, they're trying to amplify the league's social justice efforts. So entering in with this partnership, and it wasn't just Jay-Z. It was the latest proof of this came on Sunday when the NFL, and this is an old article that I took an excerpt from. The NFL, Rock Nation, and Apple Music announced that Kendrick Lamar will captain this year's Super Bowl halftime show. And so when it comes down to, I guess you saying, you bringing up the past things and what they've done, you know, Rihanna did it, and these Rock Nation affiliates have done it. It's one of them things like, yeah, I think Wayne should be there, but I understand a business aspect, and Apple Music, Rock Nation, you got Apple Music. So you think, why would the NFL go into business or a contract with Apple Music? Because they have the analytics to see who should be there. And if they really looked at it, Taylor Swift should probably be there, but I'm throwing it out.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Rock Nation, Rock Nation, in which they know Jay-Z is, he has a foothold, and he's a cornerstone of the hip hop community. I think we can all agree, except for Miss T. But he does have some sort of cornerstone within the hip hop culture. So, okay, you got the analytics from Apple, and you got the cornerstone of Jay-Z and Rock Nation, who put on shows and can do things when it comes to performances. They put on shows all year, so it's great. It's a great partnership. Boom, match made in heaven. So when it comes down to it, man,
come on, come on, nigga.
Wayne should be on this stage, but it will only be a snub because we got snubbed in the title, and that's we're not the only people with snubbed in the title. I kind of want to talk about the snubbed aspect of it, because a snub, everybody knows what a snub means. So my thing, I will say, if my prediction is not right and Wayne is not in that stage in any capacity, I feel like it will be a snub. But I can understand if Kendrick headlines it, because there's always surprises. The NFL is, you know, they're good for, they do shit like that at shows. So I feel like, yeah, if Wayne isn't a part in any capacity, then yes, I feel like he should have been, man. But the thing that makes me say I understand is because I understand the business and the I don't really understand the business because I don't know exactly what contract they have with Rock Nation, but just from a general sense, the business of analytics and what Kendrick has done in hip hop this year.
Okay. All right. I feel like goddamn, never mind, I don't even want to mention him.
Okay.
I was finna say I feel like an old boy from off what's the damn sports show who's now gone. Now, I will start with this. And let me just go to this comment. And hopefully Flash Mob's still in the building. Yeah, he's still here. You say Outkast didn't perform in Atlanta. It's been 11 Super Bowls in New Orleans, and Wayne ain't been in none. Been on none. No rapper performs like Kendrick. Wayne is a legend, but he doesn't perform well or have anything going. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Jay-Z has taken over, or should I say he has been a cornerstone part of the halftime show since what, 2019? 5 years ago.
Right.
The Super Bowl has not been in New Orleans until this year. So when a lot of people, which not only have Flash Mob said this, but I had the same debate with another young lady on Facebook saying the same thing. Well, it's been in New Orleans this many years. But Jay-Z had no handprints on that whatsoever. Now, I'm trying to cover every part that somebody's going to try to wiggle their way around this. Jizzle, you
Go ahead.
It's a business decision. You said it's a business decision, and I can respect that because we know Kendrick had one of the most amazing years this year off of some diss song or diss series, if we can call it that, against Drake.
And actually, I might add that this is probably one of the hottest songs in hip hop in a few years. I will throw that in there.
Cool. I can't disagree. But let's go back to where this type of conversation started. It's when Dre, Snoop, and 50 and all them boys, I'm going to just say Dre and Snoop from the West Coast, performed
that was
in California, right?
2022, cool. Eminem, Dre, Snoop, Mary J. Blige, 50 Cent, Anderson .Paak.
All right, I watched it. I seen it. So I know, goddammit.
I looked the list up, so I got the list here just in case.
So the conversation was created at that point when that happened. It was a great idea. Then people talk about Wayne ain't got no hits, no current hits. But they let Rihanna perform. She didn't have no fucking current hits either, and she was swole up. Hold on.
She was pregnant, yeah.
Pregnant like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we know Usher is from Atlanta, but he had a residency in Las Vegas. Who performed last year?
Usher.
Yeah, Usher did. Because they ain't got no goddamn body in Las Vegas to perform shit. If they do, I don't know. So the conversation continued with allowing artists from that city to lead or headline the Super Bowl. Y'all can't deny that. That conversation came up because we heard Lil Wayne prior to last year's Super Bowl tell y'all, yeah, I want to be a part of the goddamn Super Bowl. I want to headline when it comes to New Orleans in 2025. We heard that. Now, regardless if people feel like Wayne is not a great performer and Kendrick is, because Kendrick is a hellified fucking performer, if we gonna keep this shit consistent, why is Wayne not performing in Super Bowl 25? God damn it. No, don't change shit up because it's Wayne or because Lamar did. They not like us. They not like us. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Wayne is a fucking legend. Whether he can't remember his fucking rhymes or not, I promise you he gonna get up there and do it, put on the fucking show. Why? He want to. Drop the goddamn ball again.
Boss up here talking this shit. Boss up here talking. I had
a lot of people might not like Wayne. They might not, and that's cool.
I'm gonna let you get it off.
Keep it consistent. Keep it consistent. Don't switch it up now. Go ahead, Joseph.
Yeah, and you're looking at the past because the past dictates the present. I will say, you know, it was on the West Coast, 2022. What year was that? Oh, yeah, Inglewood. Yeah, so, you know, you look at that, 2022 Inglewood, you got Snoop, Dre. Okay, we good. Move on, 2023, Rihanna, her last, at that point in 2023, Rihanna's last album was 2016. But I feel like, I do feel like Rihanna is one of those Beyoncé's of the world where it don't matter the last time she dropped, she could always get a Super Bowl. So that one, I kind of...
You moving the goddamn field goal post.
I might have moved it. I just moved it 2.5 yards, though. So I didn't move it the whole 5. This wasn't an infraction. We just slid it a little bit. It's called depth perception. You perceived it to move. Nah.
My nigga.
2024, of course, Las Vegas. Usher, he's from Atlanta. It was in Las Vegas. He had a residency. Okay, we there. 2025. My thing is, and I think why I understand it, and people always say this is Jay-Z's doing. One, do you think that this is Jay-Z's decision to make this decision of who it is? Jay-Z alone has the decision to say who does it. Do you think that is, what's going on?
Hold on. Hold that thought. I'm going to remember that question, but I got to respond to this comment in the chat. When the Super Bowl was in Atlanta, and I'm going to go back to what I just said. The conversation did not come about until Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg performed account. That was never the conversation. It was never the artist from this city is going to be the performer. When that conversation came about is when it came relevant. That's all I'm saying. Would I like to see T.I. perform in Atlanta? You goddamn right.
Right.
But that conversation didn't come about until it was Dr. Dre and Snoop performing in LA. Now, going back to what you said, Jizzle, I can't say Jay-Z is the one who make the final decision, but we know there are some red tape that they got to go through. And it's just like, I can't remember who was listening to, or maybe I was listening to him. It's just like the president. He don't have the fucking final say so. That shit got to go through the House of Representatives and the Senate before that decision is made. So I understand that. I just feel like when you Jay-Z, you make shit happen. At least that's what he lead us to believe. And I don't want to put it all on Jigga because I fuck with Jay-Z, but I'm disappointed because I just seen you with Lil Wayne probably about a month ago. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure you know this fucking Super Bowl decision was coming up. Y'all ain't had that a conversation? I don't know. But I'm not going to give Jigga that punch, even though I want to, because I'm fucking mad.
Please don't, though.
But hey, we got a lot of matter of fact, let's do this. Let's do this, man. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way before I fucking forget I even got it, bro. Before I even fucking forget I got it.
Yeah. Birdman.
Uno trying to give me the business in that goddamn chat. Let's get it, Uno. God damn it, let's go. Hold on, where that goddamn video at? I know I put one in here. I think this is right here. Here it is.
So everybody want me to speak on this Super Bowl situation. Look, I'm mad about the situation just like y'all, man, but my hatred is toward the NFL. Not really the people that booked the halftime show. I'm mad at the people that hired the motherfuckers that booked the halftime show. I feel like y'all should step in. Y'all done threw 11 Super Bowls in New Orleans, man. Y'all have yet to put a hip-hop artist from New Orleans on the damn Super Bowl. Sure, y'all have put artists on the Super Bowl back in the days. Al Hurt, and the list goes on. Not too many. Not too many. I feel like every time y'all come here, y'all should have somebody from our city on the shit. But this time it really hit hard when you don't have Lil Wayne on the show. I don't see how y'all don't have Lil Wayne doing the halftime show.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Somebody that has a whole bunch of fucking hits and somebody that really deserves it and somebody that can bring out multiple artists of all genres. Think about it. So this goes to you, Roger Goodell. You need to get it right, man. You coming in our city, sucking up our cultures and making up all this money and putting all this bread in your pocket, putting all this bread in other people's pockets and leaving us dry, hanging us dry. You gotta stop.
So now you niggas understanding, huh? So now you niggas understanding, huh?
Oh, no.
So now you niggas understanding, huh? Like Master P come in on it, so now everybody understand. I just made this same statement, but I guess, because I ain't my brother, motherfucker ain't get it. Well, I'm glad it's going down like it's going down. God told me to just sit back and motherfucker eyes was gonna be open. It don't matter whether you small or big. It don't matter whether you large. It don't matter whether you tiny. Homage is old. Respect is old. You supposed to pay respect to the motherfucker that laid the foundation before you. I wouldn't give a damn what your organization is. I wouldn't give a damn how much money you spent. I wouldn't give a damn what you did. When you walk into a house, you speak to everybody who live in that house, and you pay respect to everybody who live in that house. I'm from the South. Now, wherever you from, you go do what you do wherever you go do it. But when you come to the South, y'all got to show more respect in this, bro.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
We got our own culture here. Just coming down here laughing, playing games, thinking they just gonna use their money and take over everything. It ain't going down like that. We going back to that old law. You need stepping on turf, gon' do what you're supposed to do, or you gonna pack your shit up and get the fuck on somewhere. All the nice got shit out the window. Being nice, trying to cop deuces. Take back every nice word I said to you. Get your fucking mind right, or we gonna make us get their mind right.
Oh. Hurricane Chris, man. He's still mad at 50. He talking about 50 that whole time.
Listen, bro. And I know a lot of people going to feel some type of way about Hurricane Chris, but you've never heard Juvie speak out like that ever. You never heard Juvie really get into his bag like he did.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully motherfucking so, bro.
Go to war for his people. And I understand that. I understand that. I don't take nothing from Juvie for his response or Master P for his response, in which Master P basically said the same thing, but he just gave more props. He put a little more butter on that pancake than Juvenile hit him with the straight salt, and Master P kind of sweetened it up with his response, you know. But at the end of Master P's comments, he did say, like, hey, yeah, he should have been it. Now, Birdman and Jay-Z, people are saying that's a conspiracy. That's another narrative I'm hearing. The whole whenever it comes to Birdman sending Jay-Z, what was it? It was a document. It was a legal letter that Birdman sent Jay-Z about what was it? What they called it? Corrupt interference in business or something that Birdman sent Jay-Z. People, that was years back. Whenever Hove was trying to look into signing Wayne or some shit, and Birdman sent him a letter of some sort. So people are saying, well, maybe that's the reason, because So I don't know. It's all speculation. At the end of the day, I do feel like he should be there. But at the same time, I feel like Kendrick had the hottest year that as any artist has in a while, I feel like. And when it comes down to it, Jay-Z could have threw Wayne hat in the bucket, and maybe they said, nah, Apple Music and, NFL, what's his name? Seth. There's a dude, Seth Dudowski, NFL's head of music. He noted that few artists have impacted the culture as profoundly as Kendrick, adding time and time again, Kendrick has proven his unique ability to craft moments to resonate, redefine, and ultimately shake the very foundation. So this is the NFL's head of music, and I think the NFL ultimately has the ultimate say-so, but I think everybody would be appreciative if Wayne came on that stage and shut that bitch down, because I'm pretty sure that thing would erupt if Wayne came out there at the end of the day. It would erupt. I will say that.
It definitely would. And I think the city of New Orleans would be greatly appreciative of allowing their legend to perform in their city, regardless of how many times the Super Bowl have been held. Like I said earlier, I feel like if the conversation never came up about artists headlining their city, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Yeah. But whenever you put something out there and the conversation starts and then you continue and then you stop, you're not being consistent, and then you're going to make people wonder why. Now you're saying, which is respectable when it comes to being a business decision with K-Dot leading the Super Bowl halftime show because of the year he had. Cool. Rihanna ain't had no big year. Usher ain't had no big year. Yeah, he put out some singles, but guess what? Usher was a resident of Las Vegas. So now you do it with Dre, you do it with Usher. Why are you not doing it with Lil Wayne? Why are you changing up the exceptions? Because K-Dot, and I like K-Dot, that's my nigga. But why are you changing this shit up, man? That's where the problem lies. If this never became a conversation, we wouldn't have it right now.
Right. I just think it's just the politics, business and politics, I think is the reason. So ultimately, I do agree with you. I think I see it a little bit different, but ultimately I do agree with you. He should be there. You know, I just think politics got in the way, business got in the way, analytics got in the way, and all of these things that logically you would think is a shoe-in becomes not that because of all of these outlier things, you know.
Yeah, I think especially after this situation that occurred, I think they need to be transparent on how the artists are being picked for the Super Bowl. They probably won't do that, but I think that would stop a lot of speculation on Jay-Z being a hater, which I just can't see Jay-Z being a hater.
I can't either.
Jay-Z has looked out for Lil Wayne. We know that. He got this man taxes and all that shit cleared up and all that shit when he was dealing with it with Birdman. I understand that. But I need some type of understanding on why things change in 2025 when it wasn't like that prior. Regardless if you say uno, that it was never a conversation, which is bullshit. It was. Whether we knew it or not, why things change. Don't switch up. Stay consistent. Whatever you do to decide who's going to be your headliner artist performing at Super Bowl, whatever, make it consistent.
Right. I think they should actually have a poll or something. Like, I feel like the NFL should be like, these the artists we got. Boom. Put it out. A poll. Well, there's so many bots and technology so fucked up that'll probably, you know, so I don't know. It's a hard, you know, it's definitely a hard thing to do. I will say that. But yeah, man.
Great conversation, great discussion, great debate. I dropped that link because I wanted to see you pop up here. You know how we rock. But yeah, man, it's been another great show. BBP, Big Business Podcast. If it ain't big business, we ain't talking about it, man. You got any last words, bro, before we get up out of here?
Nah, man. I think we're gonna get into that karma. We're gonna be back next week, same time as usual, with some different things to talk about, you know. So yeah, man, that's it, man. I'm up out of here. Salute everybody that came through episode 35. If you ain't hit that like button yet, definitely hit it now, especially we about to get into that Kiz Armor.
Yeah, because if you don't hit it, karma coming back for your ass.
that was good. I like that.
We out here.
Like I wrote this 30,000 feet in the sky, first class in Delta. I just felt closer to God.
You can try to run, but you can't hide. She know everything you done, so you can't lie. Gotta take it like a man, so you can't cry. But at the same time, deal with it now. But this is what living's about. And it's your turn right now.
I am him.
Bet you next time you will pipe down.
Know the one.
Now that karma came back,
Bitch, you made
made your bed, time to lay in it. Cause it ain't no pending case, don't think you got away with it. You think you slick as a can of oil, but what you ain't getting. That when she come get you, that bitches ain't missing. K-A-R, no young, but still M.A. The time to reap what you sow is gonna come one day. The demons that you running from is the demons that you made. Be careful the that you did for niggas, that might be your grave. Be careful how you handle niggas when you up and getting paid. Now they up the tables flipping, they call a spade a spade. See Miss Karma, a faithful bitch, she never running late. She never mentioned the dirt you did, she put it back in your face. Them same lies you told them folks gonna be back on your plate. Don't throw your hand and then my nigga show me your poker face. Cause even the broken clock gonna be right at least twice a day. Cause even the broken clock gonna be right at least twice a day. Uno, the one.
She know everything you done till you can't lie. Gotta take it like a man so you can't cry. But at the same time, deal with it now. But this is what living's about. And it's your turn right now. Bet you next time you will pipe down. Now that karma came back round.
Look, and as time goes on, it's tit for tat getting ridiculous. It's time to move on. This trust that's been broken so many times that it must have been broken so many times. Them cuffs have bent, then the trust get lost, then it plummets to a labyrinth of emotion. That passion that we had was explosive, but it was short-lived. Tainted by this ordeal, played myself for more thrill. So in the foreseeable future, me and you cannot build. Thinking to myself like this is not real. Nothing was the same, put up a block shield. Rebounds ain't work, I'm on a block still. It's my admission of guilt, permission to vent. Don't nothing part the author from script, that's off the rip. Now I'm tripping, now I'm flipping off the turnbuckle. Not your huckleberry, this shit fucking scary. We done been through the highs, we done been through the lows. Right back where we started, this shit is a fucking joke, come on.
You can try to run, but you can't hide. She know everything you done till you can't lie. Gotta take it like a man so you can't cry. But at the same time, deal with it now. But this is what living's about. And it's your turn right now. Bet you next time you will pipe down. Now that karma came back. I hope you know it ain't no end date. You better think, and that's regardless what your friends say. No kid play, it's gonna be consequences to every choice that we make. You're gonna be jumping fences, trying to find an escape. But any time of the day, see that time it'll wait. That's when regret kicks in and your mind start to break. But you keep living life like everything's okay, but it ain't. So you keep living life shade, and it's crazy. You really think you got away, and that's amazing. The fact that you don't think she on the way. You did a lot of people wrong, and it's been so long. And you just tried to move on, that's when everything changed. Now sunny days brought pain. You fell in love and you got played. It's just a part of the game. Now on your heart is a stain. Now the hard part, it will never change. You can try to run, but you can't hide. She know everything you done, so you can't lie. Gotta take it like a man, so you can't cry. But at the same time, deal with it now. But this is what living's about. And it's your turn right now. Bet you next time you will pipe down. Now that karma came back round.